Salam guys, Muzz is still Muslim owned over here. I want you to think of all the big multi-million dollar businesses out there that serve Muslims. Now, how many of them are actually Muslim owned? It's sad to say not all Muslim dating apps are owned by Muslims. A lot of the features of Muzz have been geared towards Muslims only because a Muslim has actually come up with a lot of these features. And I remember 10 years ago when I first designed the app, I was the first one to include an Islamic oath in the app that actually says Bismillah and reminds you of your conduct, your behavior that you agree to before you actually use the app. Now everyone's copied that. The second thing is we were the first app ever to allow you to add a chaperone into the product, so like a parent, a relative, whoever, into the app. That was something that I designed 10 years ago and now others have copied as well. And look, I don't pretend, and we never pretend Muzz is perfect. You know, we provide a lot of the features and the base of how the app should work in helping you find your life partner, you know, the person that, inshallah, you get married to. But it's not perfect. And our role is to educate, to guide, to encourage good behavior and hopefully remove and discourage bad behavior. So one of the beautiful things of being independent and being Muslim owned is that we're free to do what we can. So you'll see, even on my personal socials, I'm very publicly pro-Palestine. I talk a lot about what's going on over there. Equally, we as a company have raised, I actually think, nearly $1 million in total for ultimately Palestinian causes. So literally we just raised $500,000 building a hospital in Jordan for Palestinian and Syrian refugees. Now we're only able to do that, A, with your help, and B, because we're able to, because we're free to do what we please as a business. No one controls us, no one tells us what to do. So some people ask, oh, will we ever sell the business, etc. Well, look, I've been doing this for 10 years. I didn't have a grey beard when I started, and look at me now. I'm sure one day we will sell ultimately to someone, but one of the key things for me on a personal level is selling to a partner that A, respects our audience, respects our data, and respects what we're about, and allows Muzz to carry on in that vein to truly serve Muslims. That's the most important thing. So Muzz will never just be sold to the highest bidder. That's not what we're about. You know, many years ago I said no to $35 million to sell the business, and it went from 15 to 20 to 25 to 35. I said no. Why? Because it didn't feel right. On principle, something didn't feel right, and I didn't feel that they, Match Group, were the right partner for us. And alhamdulillah, now I look at the history and I look at who Match Group are and how some of the characters that work there, and I feel actually we've been vindicated. You know, alhamdulillah, we stayed independent and we're able to truly service Muslims the right way.